long game is to get paid off people's destruction and people's misery and miseducation.
And what bothers me with that is, you know, I make the correlation between them and the police many times, where they just have this blue wall of silence. Like they're not going to speak about another colleague, or they're not going to say anything, but they want to differentiate themselves or distance themselves from the person. So they all want to say, that's the first thing they say when they reach out to me, you know, I'm not like Stephen A. Smith. I'm like, okay,
right.
Well, show me where so, you know, because I could Google anything with now. You can look up old stuff. Show me where you said that they were wrong for doing this in the past. I can do that. I can show you old interviews that I did when that where I said, well, this is not right, this is not true, everything like that for the past year. You show me something that you did back then, and I can't see anything. I can't find anything. So it kind of makes it a little bit, you know, different when you come out now. I'm like, yeah, but you, like you said, go along, get along for all this time, and then say, except now I did see one thing that was interesting. I saw there was something interesting, and I was going to ask you this too. So Stephen A. Smith, I was looking up different things because, like you said, you can look up and Google anything, any old, you know, clips, any old anything, right? And I saw him looking into the camera on multiple occasions saying, I don't care what the black community thinks about me. And he was doing his neck like this. You know what I mean?
Acting like an auntie.
So one point he was making, I'll tell you exactly when it happened. It was when, I can't think of my man's name right now, but he was in college. A fan said the N-word to him or something like that. He was about to go turn around and get mad at the fan. My man from Boston right now. Where's number 36?
Kyrie Irving.
No. From Boston. He's like the glue guy. Dang, why can't I think of his name right now?
Marcus Smart.
Okay, anyway, it was him, and he was like, you know, Stephen A. Smith was just talking bad about him. I don't care what the black community says. I don't care what. So another time when after Trayvon Martin happened, then Stephen A. Smith took the side. Well, black kids have to be careful what they wear, and almost like he wasn't excusing the reaction, but he was saying he was making a very poorly articulated point. And then, but then
it's not poorly. He does it on purpose.
But then again, he said it again. I don't care what the black community thinks. Right? He said it again. Now, you remember when Ray Rice happened, right? And he was trying to say what I'm not even going to try to paraphrase what he was trying to say, but he used the word provoke. That's the word. He's like, you're trying to say women should not provoke men. That's what he was saying, and they jumped on him. One lady from ESPN had this different tweets and everything. White women all over the country was upset. Then I saw a different Stephen A. Smith come on ESPN apologizing. And he was like, I'm sorry, I offended all of, you know, the women. I love my mama. I love my sisters. He said, I want to speak against all people who have done domestic violence, all on behalf of all men. He said, I apologize. I'm sorry, like 7 times, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, where was all that energy for Kwame Brown? Why couldn't he have just said, I apologize and I'm sorry for Kwame Brown? Like, I mean, because if you're wrong, and true, he did this for 20 years, but I was so shocked to see him go on ESPN a few days ago, a week ago, however long it was, and go on this big rant, show this video clip, double down on everything. He wasn't that good. I was like, wait a minute, you're missing the whole entire point, Stephen A. Smith, or are you missing the point?
He's not missing the point. And this is why I know the journalists that say they're not like Stephen A., they could debunk anything he's saying, because they could have just wrote an article and said, Stephen A., that was lame. Anybody can get a bloopers clip of any player in the NBA. Then they could have wrote a story and did some journalism and really asked, Stephen A., where's your research from when you were going to colleges about this guy? Where's your research from when you were going to high schools about this guy? He's asked this one question over and over again. So these journalists that's calling you, why haven't they figured out yet why they sent an NBA analyst, so-called expert, that heard from a white man that I can't play basketball, catch, run, jump, or shoot? Why did they send this man to high schools to talk to little children about me? Why, if I'm so wrong and I'm so crazy, why, instead of telling me things like that, why can't you answer these questions? Because if I'm crazy, it should be easily to debunk a crazy person. You should be able to show what these kids gained out of you being there talking about how I can't catch a basketball to high school kids and saying I'm a failure at year 10 to college kids and having them laugh like you're a stand-up comedian.
Right.
And I would like to see if there ever been another bus, no offense to all the bus or people that's called that, has it ever been another bus that you went on a world tour about? And if so, can we compare notes of the data that you going around telling young kids this? What did it do for their minds? I just wanted to, so those journalists that's calling you, give them that response and let's see what they say.
I agree with you 100%. And, you know, in talking about with people like Stephen A. Smith and the way that journalism and, you know, media personalities and the way that that he particularly, and Skip Bayless is right with that. And they make it personal. And it's just amazing to me how many people are saying that's their job. I see those comments so many times.
They're right.
That's their job. No, they're not right.
Let me tell you my perspective.
Okay.
They get paid to say things that white people can't say. So is it right? No, but technically that is their job. Stephen A. can say things about a black man that if a white man said it, we all would be triggered. We'd be alert to it. But because it's Stephen A., he's joining all these groups. You know, he's a Q-dog. He's honorary, but he looked like he's down with the bros. He helps certain people that he put the gatekeepers. They give this guy access to their wealth, and he helps certain prominent people that may have fell from grace. So those people sit back and be quiet when they watch this man tear down every black male on television. We got Allen Iverson is not known for being one of the greatest little guys in the league. Their little kids walk up to Allen Iverson and say, we talking about practice. We talking about practice. And that is a false story.
It is.
We do that to all of these black players. Cam Newton should never have a teenage black boy walk up to him and talk to him like that. Never. When what it means for a black quarterback to even get a chance to play in this league, that NFL, how racist it was back in the day. And they're just starting to think black quarterbacks are not just athletes, that they're smart enough to run and throw. So that Cam Newton represents something. And so for the media to be able to disrespect Cam Newton the way that they do, it makes this teenage boy that hadn't proven a darn thing in life thinks that he can walk up to Cam Newton and one-up him by talking to him like that.
Right.
Now, when I grew up, that Cam Newton would have slapped me to the ground. You know why? Because my mama would have took me to that camp under the impression that I was going to learn from men. And had I disrespected a man like that, my mama gave men the authority to correct me. See, we got a disrespectful society, and it started when Stephen A. got that mic.
And he shows nothing but disrespect. And it just goes back to how, you know, you could be so you got to go back and look at the video when he was apologizing to white women. And he looks like a completely different person. He comes out, he looks humble. His whole body structure is like this.
Why would he have to respect a black man?
He's not doing all of that stuff that he do with us.
But that's our fault. Why would